Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Kindred Hollow Farms. I know it's been a couple weeks, but we are back. Uh, I'm going to post some footage. Some of you have been asking about how the goat paddock clearing has been going, and that's off over in that direction that you can't see at the moment. But I'll put that video footage right here as I'm talking, and you'll be able to see that the pasture is the paddocks that they were in that you all are aware of has been cleared. They're continuing on out the road on the fence line, and as they do that, I'm also going behind them and clearing it down and seeding. Some of the footage you can see here that there is grass seed coming up already. I don't know, it's still in the itty bitty stage, so we're waiting to find out whether that's the red clover I planted or some of the the dog's trying to dig under the fence, I think, back there, but I don't think he's getting much of anywhere. More on that later. Anyways, we're trying to get that area seeded after the brush was cleared out so that as springtime temperatures, and I know you can't feel what I'm feeling here, but it definitely feels like spring. It finally happened. Maybe Punxsutawney Phil was onto something the other day. He didn't see a shadow, so and I've been noticing some signs too, like the earthworms. The other night I went down to close up the chicken coop, and they were just popping back down into the ground. They were out, and oh, I got a guest. Say hello. He's a little camera shy. Anyways, get down. Anyways, the earthworms are definitely have spring fever, and the chickens slow down whenever hours of daylight get minimal, and then whenever it gets cold, the egg production is coming back up. So I want to mention here, if you're wanting some good farm fresh eggs, and not the kind that come from a farm where they keep them in cages and force feed them whatever junk that they can find out there commercially. I'm talking good farm fresh eggs where the chickens get out, get to scratch around in the dirt, eat what they would in the wild, just live their chicken life. And then, with natural food to produce those eggs, free range, just like a chicken should. If you're looking for those kind of eggs, if you're near here, you can stop by downtown Philippi, West Virginia at the Barber County Farmers Market, Barber County Garden Market, and look for the Kindred Hollow Farms label. They've got those eggs there. Feel free to try them out and let us know in the comments what you think of them. We appreciate that. You'll find we've got brown eggs from our normal chickens. And last year we invested in some leghorns just to see how they were going to do during the cold weather. They're white egg layers. It depends. You may get a barnyard mix, but they're all eggs. White doesn't taste any different than brown. Just because they're brown doesn't mean they're from a farm. And local farmers can raise chickens that lay white eggs just as well as the commercial farmers can. So just so you know, a lot of that's a myth, and I'm here to dispel that for you. But also, if you'd like to find out, what all is involved in the day-to-day, the different tasks that go on here at Kindred Hollow Farms, I'm going to go into here in just a moment some fencing footage. I've got a corral that I'm working on getting done. All of this is, as I've mentioned before, a part of the different stages to get all the fencing done on the farm to be able to get cattle here. And once we do that, then we'll have Highland cattle. That's the plan at the moment. And see where things go from there, because we're a regenerative farm, which means that we take care of the soil, and in turn the soil takes care of us. We don't use pesticides, we don't use herbicides, we keep things as natural as possible, Does that mean that I'm 100% total organic hippie? Not quite. I do use treated fence posts. I do use some treated lumber in building projects. Um, does that keep us from being certified organic? Yeah. The certified organic is a very uh, time processing or a time intensive process, and those, this cat has claws. Um, those um, those that go down that road that would like to get certified organic, I applaud you. That's not for everybody. Um, I don't claim to be certified organic. I don't claim to be all organic. I claim to be all natural, and that doesn't require any sort of certification. And you can see here on YouTube exactly what the farm process is and what we go through to keep it all as natural as possible. And cat cannot claw my britches anymore. But anyways, he's not having anything to do with being on the ground now. So with all that being said, I want you to know that subscriptions to this channel are free. I know people look at the subscribe button and they're like, I don't want to pay to see his videos. Subscriptions are totally free on YouTube. Don't worry about the name subscription. Doesn't mean that you're getting a magazine subscription kind of thing where you're paying for 12 issues for the whole year. No, nothing like that. Just hit that subscribe button, and if you would like to be notified, it will give you a notification on your tablet or your smartphone whenever I post a new video. If you don't want to be notified, that's okay, because you're subscribed. It should pop up my new videos in the recommended videos. So that way you can always keep up on what Kindred Hollow Farms is doing. Now, also, we really appreciate those comments. I've had several really good comments and really appreciate that. It's very uplifting to hear the positive things that are being said. So if you feel that you need to reach out, maybe you got a tip or a pointer that, hey, that dummy's doing it not quite right, I'm always willing to learn. I don't claim to know everything, and I told you in my first video there's going to be mistakes. And you'll get to see those too, because I'm not one to sugarcoat or gloss over anything. Now, with all that being said, we're going to switch over and start doing some fencing here. Now, one of the issues we have here is we've got, number one, heavy clay soil. As you can see, red clay, and that likes to hold water like you wouldn't believe. It makes great pond dams because it doesn't let anything through it, but at the same time it likes to keep posts soggy. What I try to do in the very bottom of any hole that I'm digging is I put in rock, and it's much better to have the dry surface of the rock, maybe with some gaps to allow moisture to drain away through, to have that around it than to have all that heavy clay soil holding moisture constantly against the bottom of your fence post. If you want to let them live a little while, we try to avoid doing fence posts very often because it's not a fun task, and it's going to be a job that we don't want to see happen again. One and done. So the rocks help keep moisture away, keep the fence posts from rotting in the ground, and that's our goal. But I've got a 3-foot hole here to dig, so this is probably where I'll time lapse the video, because how much fun could watching one man dig a hole be? So here it goes. So rather than watch me dig all the way down for that hole, I decided to go ahead and do it not on tape. But as you can see, we've got our leveler on the post, and we are fairly level left to right. And now we fill in this hole with rocks, tamp it down, and get it settled in the ground. Sturdy post, may or may not need your approval. The police obviously have something to say about it. But yeah, one down, a couple thousand more to go. No, not that many, but a bunch. And thank y'all for coming along. Until next time in Kindred Hall of Fame, welcome home.